Hey, Ryan, how you doing?
Good.
I'm Brandon Helwig. I cover UCF Arrivals. I think I did a little interview with you when you decided to transfer. So just how's it been jumping in? I know you're an older guy from the area jumping into UCF. How's it been the last couple of months?
Yeah, it's been good. It's my, fifth or sixth fall or spring football. So it's been good, working hard. Yeah, it's been real good.
Jason Beatty again with the Orlando Sentinel.
Oh, yeah.
We've heard a lot about finding the right combination of the offensive line. So when you guys are being moved around, how do you feel like your chemistry is up front?
Yeah, versatility for O-line play is so important. So, the more you know, the more valuable you are. So chemistry is important, but we're taking so many reps right now with so many different units. It works out and you learn a lot.
What are your impressions just working with Coach Hand? What's he like?
He's energetic, you know what I mean? He'll, if you mess up, he'll coach you real hard, and if you do real good, he's gonna love you up real hard too. So I love it. It's new to me, and he's a great coach. I love it every minute.
What do you do well?
Me? So I think I'm a physical football player. On the field, there are no friends. You know what I mean? Right here, we're cool, but on the field, it's different. So you got to be physical. I think I have a lot of experience pass blocking, footwork, hand speed, and pass pro, stuff like that. So I think I excel in pass blocking. I think run blocking, what I want to learn footwork. I want to learn proper techniques, leverage, stuff like that. So kind of two different things there.
How have you improved throughout this spring that you've noticed?
Yeah, well, we run the ball. So a lot of just focusing on, my steps too far, 6 inches one way or 6 inches the other way, really minute details that I never even thought about before. But now we really hone into those things. So just learning that and every day trying to implement different changes is valuable.
What's it like working with the guys? You've got some, returning experience with Matt Lee, Lakahi, and some of those guys, Sam Jackson, obviously. What's it like working with those guys?
I think as a group, it's a really confident group. A lot of leaders, a lot of guys that know how to work hard, a lot of guys that know how to play football the right way. So, yeah, everybody's teaching everybody. I think a lot of guys excel in certain things as opposed to other people. So I think we're all learning from each other. It's valuable.
You mentioned you guys are running the ball a lot this spring. So what have you seen from that running back group, Isaiah Bowser, Johnny Richardson?
They're very good. Yeah, very, very good. Explosive, patient. I'm not a running back coach. I don't know all the words, but when they're getting a lot of yards, that's probably a good thing.
What do you think about this quarterback competition? What are your impressions of the guys?
I love both those guys. They're both very good. I think they both do a lot of things really, really well. They're both fun to watch. While you're blocking, you can't see what they're doing. But when you go and watch the film, you realize, they're doing a lot of really good stuff.
What's the challenge of being new to a team?
That's a good question. Different lingo. It's kind of like learning a new language. You got to learn different guys' tendencies on the offense and on the defense. You got to learn, what kind of moves does this guy like? What do coaches look for? What do they value? And then basically how to excel within the system. There are times where early on I would do something and I would think, man, that was money. Has a great rep. We'd come back and like, nah, that's not quite right. And I'd be like, man, I thought that's how you do it. So just learning, what they're looking for and learning how to do things correctly within the system.
And communication, I would imagine.
Yeah, different language. Everything's different. I've gone, I feel like I'm becoming bilingual because I've known one language for so long, and here everything's completely different. So, yeah, learning a new language is hard.
What has surprised you, if anything, about your time here at UCF so far with this team?
Yeah, I would say the explosiveness and the strength of, I spend my time in the trenches, so the O-line and D-line guys are very, very explosive. The defensive line, man, they got some really good moves, a lot of strength, a lot of speed. Not saying I didn't expect that, but it's everywhere. Everybody's got something, so that's very impressive.
What was your perception of UCF as a program, as a university, before you got here?
Before I got here, yeah, they win a lot of games, So I'm from 30 minutes down the road, so, you always see UCF winning. When I watched the Gasparilla Bowl, you saw physical football. That's kind of the brand, and, I watched that game, and it was very, very impressive, so.
Just how good do you think this offense could be? I know you've kind of talked about, running back and quarterback. There was experience returning at receiver. You guys got experience on the line. I mean, are you guys pretty optimistic that, I know you weren't here last year, that you could be even better than what this team was last year?
Well, I don't know much about how the team was last year, but we got a chance to be really, really good. But something I always say is you can't let your expectations exceed your preparation. So we're working every single day, and we're preparing, and we could talk about how great we're going to be, but if we're not preparing and grinding every day, who cares how good we think we can be on paper? So, yeah, we have a chance to be very good.
Who are you learning from on your position group?
Yeah, everybody. I played a lot of football. A lot of guys here know the system really, really well. Me and Paul, we work together a lot. Sam's played a ton of really good football, so he's an experienced guy. Ed is another guy. He's played a lot of good football, so I think we all learn from each other a lot.
What would be the perfect way to kind of end things, your final year of college football? What would be the perfect way to go out for you?
Winning a lot of games.
Championship or just a lot of games?
Well, championship. You win a lot of games, you win a championship. Yeah.
You mentioned Paul there. What do you see from him?
He's an athlete. He's the only guy I ever met that's a football player that's taller than me, but barely. You know what I mean? Not that much. But yeah, big guy. I think he's a redshirt freshman or sophomore. He's way ahead of I was when I was at that time. Strong guy, athletic guy, wants to learn, wants to be physical. That's everything you want. You know what I mean? The first guy I really talked to when I got here was Paul, and we just said, we want to work together a lot, and we have been working together. Paul's my guy. He's very good.
You talked about the defensive line, how they're giving it to you every day. Has anyone stood out? Like, who do you go against the most, maybe, and who's kind of really impressed you when you look across that line?
That's a good question. We got Landon Woodson. He's got a mean two-arm swipe. It's lethal. Montalvo, strong guy. Ricky Barber gives us a lot of problems. You got Josh Selskar. He's another speed to bull is his move, and he's really good at it. KD is very, very twitchy. Everybody, a lot of really good moves from the defense, yeah.
Looking forward to spring game. I mean, playing in front of some fans. I know it's not like a real regular season game, but excited for Saturday.
It's going to be good. Got my whole family coming here. Looking forward to seeing all of them.
Are they excited about, being they don't have to travel to Charlottesville or somewhere else every other weekend? I mean, are they excited that you only have to go 30 minutes for most of the games?
Oh, yeah. You should ask my mom that. She'll talk for an hour. She loves it. Yeah, so, yeah, my mom's very appreciative of that, and I love my mom. So I get to see her on weekends. 5 years, I'd have to plan months ahead to go see her. So it's been really good. I love that aspect of it.
Did you ever go to any UCF games when you were growing up as a kid, or just kind of more aware of them, obviously being a local guy?
Just aware, yeah. Cool. Appreciate you guys. I hope they let me come do this again.